Alrighty, so today we're going to be messing around with Gawain. I changed my audio settings. I felt like it's been kind of bad for a while now, and I don't know enough about audio to feel really confident in it, so this is either going to go a lot better, or I'm going to get really frustrated when I edit this. So, very cool. Anyways, we have the new Gawain. She is the fourth member of the Four Knights of the Apocalypse that we were missing. So we now officially have the Four Knights of the Apocalypse team. If you wanted to run all four, we're not doing that. We have backliners to use. So that's definitely what I'm going to be doing. Anyways, I thought that she was going to have like a grace or a talent or a bond, something, but she doesn't actually. So that kind of surprises me. I think there was some sort of leaks about her a while back saying that she would probably have like a grace or something, and it looks like she doesn't. So she's pretty standard character. I think people were pointing out that that's actually a good thing that she doesn't have a talent, because now you can run Tristan's talent with her, which is good because Tristan's very good actually. Like every time I try to run like the goddess team or something for like Heroes Arena or anything, and you try it, like you try it without Tristan and it falls apart immediately, and then you use Tristan and you realize how integral he is to that team. So he's actually really nice. He's got a really great passive. I'll be honest, I don't really know exactly how this character works just yet. I've been using her a little bit over the last day or so. So we're going to read over the passive and everything. Obviously, she's been out for a full day now, so feel free to skip ahead if you don't want to see what she does or you already know. So you can just watch the PvP stuff. So anyways, we're going to read over it because it's really more for me than you guys. Anyways. Increases all stats of the applicable allies by 4% and max HP by 10% for each one participating in battle. This is the only reason I'm actually running a backliner instead of running a Four Knights character in the back, because it's only on the field or like in battle. So that's going to be good. It's all stats too, which is actually, I think honestly you're going to need that. I think you need that 12% all stats, considering that a lot of the Four Knights characters are a bit older at this point. Like Tristan's pretty old now. We're going to be using Light Percival, which I feel like could go very poorly very quickly. So we may end up having to swap him with Lancelot, but we'll see. Anyways, applicable allies are Unknown Race and Knights of the Apocalypse, which I thought was kind of strange. I haven't even watched the show all the way up to the point where Gawain gets introduced, so I don't know. I figured it would just be human character. I don't know. Either way, we got Unknown Race and Four Knights, which is actually probably for the best. I mean, honestly, if they did humans, it could have been fine, because we did just get like a great collab and everything like that, so it would have worked out pretty good, I think. But Unknown Race has some good characters too, so that could honestly work. So if we don't want to run Four Knights, we at least have the option. Hopefully we'll get more Four Knights support, but we'll see how things go. This is getting long-winded. The hero gains Sun's Blessing at the start of the battle, which is applicable allies damage dealt or taken accumulate up to 300,000, inflicting additional damage equal to 80% of accumulated damage when the hero uses a skill. When fully stacked, the hero gains Light of Judgment for 2 turns, and 40% damage taken suppression against single target attacks, including counters. When fully stacked, the hero gains Light of Judgment for 2 turns. So is that what Light of Judgment does? I'm assuming so. No, Light of Judgment Light of Judgment is all stats plus 20%, damage dealt plus 80%. HP does not fall below 50%, or below the value at the time of... okay, so we're going to need that. I have not even been taking into account this when I've been using the character. I'm already getting lost on this passive. It's so long. So we need to accumulate 300,000 so that way we can get Light of Judgment, because when fully stacked, the hero gains it for 2 turns. Okay. I think just Sun's Blessing also gives us damage taken suppression against single target attacks. So that's hopefully going to help. I hope. I think Meliodas is still going to be a pretty big threat. Applicable allies become immune to stat decrease effects, and their final damage taken from enemies decreases by 50%, so that's nice, a little bit of damage suppression. Well, I guess you can't call it damage suppression, because we have, like, damage suppression is, if I'm not mistaken, the damage cap. So, yeah, you can't really call it that, but either way. The hero fulminates. An amount of the enemy's max HP equal to the damage the hero dealt via the Brilliance effect, which, if I'm not mistaken, is just the AoE skill, not the ultimate either. I don't think ultimate. I think the ultimate may have the same skill effect as the single target. I'll have to double check that though. Via the Brilliance effect, Fulmination fulminates up to 50% of max HP at the start of battle. When fully stacked, decrease the target's recovery rate by 70%. Max 300,000 Fulmination takes priority over Incineration. I still don't really understand what that does. The hero fulminates an amount of the enemy's max HP equal to the damage the hero dealt via the Brilliance effect. But then Fulmination is at the start of the battle? Fulminates up to 50%. I don't understand that. I've seen it in action. It literally looks like Incineration, where it's like burning the health bar off. But I don't really understand the wording on this. If you have more enlightenment there, feel free to let me know. When a Four Knights of the Apocalypse ally survives with HP at or below 50%, that allied hero is granted Light of Judgment. Oh, okay, so we can give Light of Judgment to allies as well for 2 turns, and they can only do this once. And that is the all stats plus 20%, damage dealt plus 80%, HP does not fall below 50%, or below its value at the time of application, if already under 50%. Okay, when Light of Judgment is removed from the hero, or when an applicable ally uses a talent, okay, the hero gains Brilliance for 3 turns, and upon defeating an enemy, the hero gains Light of Judgment for 1 turn. So Brilliance is attack-related stats plus 50%, crit chance is plus 100%. So the hero gains Brilliance, and upon defeating an enemy, the hero gains Light of Judgment. Okay. Light of Judgment is removed from the hero. I'm gonna seem like a big idiot. I think that I'm gonna have trouble with this character. There's so much to this. For each buff active on battlefield, applicable allies' basic stats increase by 4%, and damage dealt increases by 10%, max of 5. That's actually pretty nice. We have a Sunfire card, which is 5 times pierce rate, 2 times crit damage, and then damage dealt plus 100%. There's little gnats right now. It's starting to get kind of colder-ish outside. And the gnats are trying to find their way into my home, and I hate it. Sorry. Damage dealt plus 100% against enemies affected by Fulmination. Okay, so technically you want to use the single target after you've used the AoE. Inflicts Brilliance damage equal to 180% of attack on all enemies. 3 times crit chance, 3 times crit damage. When used while the hero has Brilliance, it cancels the enemy's stances and they are stunned for 1 turn. I think the only issue with this is that I think we technically need to save this for at least turn 2, because I don't think melee can be stance canceled turn 1. So I think it may just be better in general to save her cards for turn 2, try to use turn 1 to set up. Gains Light of Judgment for 1 turn, then inflicts Sunfire damage equal to 510% of attack on all enemies. I have her 3/6 at the moment. I'm at the very end of my 2nd rotation. The next free tickets that I get tomorrow should end up giving me my 4th copy. But if I looked at the stuff for this character, it seems like all of the good effects and stuff like that you get are pretty much at 3/6 and above. I think anything after 3/6 is just increased damage, or like increased like attack percentage. So if you can get her 3/6, I think that's kind of the sweet spot. I've gotten to the point recently where so many of my characters are maxed out that summoning is kind of annoying more than anything, because I'm just looking for the new character. And I know that is a first world problem to have, but you know, I still like the game. I like to have fun. So if I'm summoning and just getting a bunch of bad dupes, which apparently this is the first banner that's come out since whatchamacallit, what's her name, not Sabnak, the other one, Salos. Apparently this is the first banner that Salos is returning on, and that was kind of nice because I actually did pull enough copies on my 2 rotations to max her out. She was 3/6, I pulled 3 copies, so she's now maxed, which is kind of cool, I guess. But Which, I mean, she's a good character. I like to have her on the Unknown team when I run it. But really looking forward to whatever that third character's name is. I can't remember. There's these little gnats. I can't remember what the third character's name is, the red one from the sacrifice setup. So I don't know. We'll see how things go. I feel like, well, we already have this. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the effect that you get from using 2 Percival cards in one turn. So we may just bait with this. That did way more than I thought it was going to. Well, he doesn't have a res anymore. This is what I'm worried about. This team is really good. So, also, another thing that I'm a bit worried about is we don't have a taunt on this team, and I've gotten really spoiled to having taunts on my teams, so they can just attack whoever they want, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm used to this team or, you know, Gachi Akuta, where they have to attack the main person. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it may be best. I don't know. Maybe we get rid of Bon here. They don't have a stance up, but I'm just going to use the AoE because I think it's going to be beneficial for us to get some fulmination out, so that way next turn we can maybe start to do a little bit of single targets. Not looking like it's going to matter. Okay, fulmination decreases recovery rate by 70%. It's kind of weird that that's kind of all it does. I mean, well, I mean, it is burning their max HP off, and that's, you know, definitely big. Am I missing something? Why is the AoE from him doing so little? Little bug. There's not any way for me to stun him out of that or anything. Plus, he's disabled, so I guess I just go for... I can't. Okay, whatever. We'll just do that to merge and then open up some hand space a little bit. Hopefully this breaks the shield. Okay, yeah, better than I was expecting, actually. Boom, 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 boom. It's funny because that attack skill animation looks really similar to the blue final boss Escanor animation. Not saying, I'm not accusing of reusing animations, but it could actually just be like a cool nod to Escanor, considering that, if I'm not mistaken, Gawain uses the same, you know, ability that Mael bestowed upon Escanor. Golden Warrior. What's Sun's Brilliance? So yeah, I guess at this point... Well, at this point, this will cancel the stance, and I guess it would stun as well. But I don't think it's going to matter at this point. Yeah, that AoE's pretty insane. Okay. I mean, I don't understand this, by the way. I don't know. I'm assuming this is a nod to the show. She probably eats a lot. If I had to get, I feel like such an idiot. I feel like I'm reviewing something that I have no idea what it is, and I'm just like, oh, that's probably a reference to something or another. Just because I haven't caught up on the show, but I should probably do that. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say I think that went better than I expected it to. I was expecting Melee to do a ton of damage and us get absolutely destroyed there. So I should be able to use this, gain brilliance. Could I fulminate? Could I do something like this and get away with it? Will the counters absolutely wreck me here is the question. Okay, the damage suppression's actually doing pretty good. Oh, he had the grace. I don't know if we would have been able to kill Melee there. I probably should have went for it, nonetheless. Woo! He said activated grace. It didn't look like I got anything back out of that. has counter up. I do have Percival 6/6, so technically I should get a whatchamacallit? A revive, even if he kills me here, unless I accidentally popped it by accident and I wasn't thinking about it. Okay, I mean, hey, I think just in general, the damage they're dealing to this team is way lower than I was expecting it to be. Nice. And at this point, we just have to worry about old goofball here, but it shouldn't be too big of an issue, I don't think. It really sucks that Gnossians doesn't count for 4 Knights. I feel like they should have a category that includes Gnossians as well. Just because Gnossians is such a nice character. The heal's really great. The stun is really nice. I don't know. It just... Gnossians is just overall a really nice character, in my opinion. And I hate when they tell me that I can't use him because he's not a 4 Knight. So... you know, just me being upset about it, but what do I know? He's part of the group. He's in the party, at least from everything that I've watched of the show. I think I watched all the way up until, like, the Monster Village stuff, and when you meet Gother, which I have in the backline. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm caught up, except for Gawain. I don't know anything about Gawain. And I've seen clips of the fight between, whatchamacallit, Arthur and Lancelot, which actually seems really cool, but, I mean, there's nothing... See, that's the problem. The only problem I have with this team so far. There's no way for me to stop Melee, because I can't stun him out of anything. Unless I'm missing something and the AoE would stun. Which I don't think it will. I think they have to be in a stance to stun. I actually think I think damage suppression kicks in there, though. I don't think I can get away with spamming ultimates here without giving him an ult back. 3/6. I think I can get away with a 3/6. I don't think that'll fill his ultimate move gauge back all the way. How much damage? 4.6? That's actually way more than I thought it was going to be. 4.6 is wild! Most ultimates in this game are like, here's a cool 2 mil. 4.6 is kind of wild. Okay, I mean, hey, I genuinely, I have not watched anybody play PvP. I have not seen much of anything, quite frankly. I think we gotta go big AoE, or big single target. Get it, Gawain. Bump, 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 bump. I was hoping for a 2 mil there, but that's okay. Yeah, I have not watched anybody play with the team or anything like that yet, so I was genuinely, like, a little nervous going into it, because I was like, is this going to be one of those scenarios where the team I want to use with the new characters not going to be the best team because it just, like, falls apart, or the meta's too harsh for it right now, and we're going to have to wait for, like, some sort of like, support to come out. But luckily, I know that during part 2 they've already announced that they're giving Percival, which I think it's the old Percival. I don't think it's the light Percival. I think it's the regular one with the sword. I think they're giving that Percival an LR and a Holy Relic, so that actually could be quite nice. He's using this. Should I just go just all in? I should not have double attacked Gawain. That was stupid. I probably... Well, I guess all the characters on this team... Wait, did he not have... No, his Parmeal Link is here. Okay. I think it's just Percival's passive that was giving him all that HP back. Okay. Yeah, I mean, hey, this team tanks a lot better than I was expecting it to. By the way, I know it's just a gripe on my end. and I'm sure some people really like it. Don't love the bob cut on Gawain. I'm using the ponytail. I like longer hair. I don't know, just personal preference really more than anything, but not a huge fan of the bob cut. So I'm glad there's only one option that's not short hair for her, which is, you know, it's whatever. It's all personal preference anyway, but I don't know. I'll be honest, not a huge fan of any of her outfits. This one's the best for, like, in my opinion overall, but I still don't love it. I don't know. I was kind of hoping for something a little bit more interesting, but I don't know. Maybe these, like, fit her personality. Also, I guess I just need to watch the show and get caught up and see Gawain in action. I don't understand why she does the whole, like, Super Saiyan aura here. Like, I don't know what the deal with that is, but very Super Saiyan. I don't know, just a little strange to me, but, you know, it's fine. We're kind of just at a stalemate. Like, we're literally just going back and forth doing the same thing. Actually, I wonder if I can... He's probably going to end up pulling an ultimate here. But I don't think I'm going to be able to kill Gawain is the problem. Bonk. And yeah, I was about to say, I don't think we'll kill here either. This is so much. He has... Was that Brilliance on Tristan? Is that Brilliance? Wham! 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 Nice. I don't think he kills. Nice. Okay, okay. He's pulling ultimates this turn, though, which is not very good. So, I need to kill Tristan at all costs here. Problem is I pretty much need... If I'm going to continue to, like, survive this, I think I'm going to have to go for Percival's cards to ensure that I'm re-upping on his buff. Because it is incredibly helpful to have that, so... Tristan, I need you to kill this. That was barely. That was just enough to kill. Can I take 2 ultimates here? Well, one of them's disabled. Gawain's ultimate goes hard, but do I have damage cap is the question. Okay, that literally did almost nothing. Here's hoping. We lose! Hooray! Alright. Tristan removes buffs. Tristan removes buffs. So at this point, we're in a pretty good position here. I don't think I need to waste his thing here. Well, actually, I can use it to give Brilliance to... Oh, she already had it. I'm stupid. Okay, that's fine. Let's go boom, boom. And then we'll just re-up, I guess, because we'll technically be using 2 skills here. Wham! 2 mil. Percival, you dog. 4.6 mil. Okay, maybe. Well, it's probably with the support of the whole team as well, because the fact that he did as much as Gawain did would kind of surprise me there. Okay. I mean, hey, I can't complain. This is working really well. If they do end up killing a character off, we have the 4 Knights Gother in the back, so he actually should come down and rank up my cards in hand, which could be really interesting, obviously depending on the team that we're going up against. What is this? What is this? Genuinely, what is this? He has it. I think I'm just going to disable myself and do this. It might be stupid, but okay. Not a whole lot of damage there, but we're fulminating. We're fulminating. Dude, Tristan. Tristan surprises me. Like, consistently surprises me with how much damage he can deal. Like, genuinely just such a good character. I don't know why I always forget Tristan is this good. Like, he's legit. He was so good for a while. completely and utterly dropped out of the meta for a hot minute, and then just whenever he like gets a time to shine, you're like, oh damn, I forgot how good Tristan is. I feel like I should kill Bond, but at the same time, I almost want to kill. We're gonna go ultimate here anyway. I need to re-up on Percival. The only thing I don't really like about Percival is that, like, his cards are not really gonna do that much damage. They do okay. They're not bad. Like, sometimes they can actually do, like, some pretty solid damage. But if you want to keep re-upping his passive, oh boy, you pretty much have to use 2 cards, which means you have to spam his stuff, and you don't get a chance to use other characters very often, which not my favorite, but it is what it is. Okay. Nice. Okay. I have high hopes for this. I'm gonna use it. I'm just gonna spam Gawain. Just gonna go hard Gawain here. That's what I want. That's exactly that. Hey, that's exactly what I wanted. Let's go. In the back. I wonder how much damage this is gonna deal. It'd be so funny if he had like a can't die on the first attack or something like that, so I just reflected 3 mil back at myself. That would be awesome, actually. That would make Taizu so much more fun to play. I don't even think I've messed with Taizu since he got an LR, which, it's Taizu. Like, I don't actually expect it to be very good. He's a backliner. I mean, you know, it's fine. I could always use a new backliner. I know I say it all the time. Don't like whenever people run just DPS characters in the back for just CC and stuff. So, hey, backliner, not complaining. Genuinely love a good backliner. But, you know, not always my favorite. He ranked up all his cards. Why did he do that? Why did he do that? Am I missing something? I'm a little scared. We're gonna pop passive on Percival. Bonk. Oh, he didn't. Did he not have him 6/6? That's a really interesting one. I didn't even think about her as an option. I don't know why, but I just didn't. I just genuinely was like, eh. Like, when I see her, Tiore, I associate it with fairies 100 times out of 100. So we're definitely gonna have to. We're definitely gonna have to use her. I'm not gonna use it in this video because we're literally already almost over. But I might use her for the geared showcase. I think that could actually be kind of fun. 0 Gawain cards in hand. Kind of crazy. Lots of merges here. Getting a whole new hand. I'll take it. Watashi wa Momoru? I don't know what he says. Alright. 1 down. You get 2 cards to use now. He will still have an ultimate. I think we have to kill her in 1 shot, right? Like, if we get her below 50%, she can't die or something. I don't know. This is just going to be one of those characters where I'm just going to have to use her a bit and, like, learn how she plays. She is not fulminated. I think I go AoE, single target. Probably should have targeted Tristan instead, because I'm going to end up disabling myself here, which is not going to be good. Ah. She has like 1 HP. That stinks. Stinks. That stinks. Okay, let's see. I like how she's like, like I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't really like her. I like her as a character. I feel like I'm just dogging on her this whole video. I like her. She's cool. I have some gripes, I guess. I don't like her ultimate animation, genuinely. I feel like the ultimate animation kind of lame. I don't know. She just fills the place up with lava, I guess, if you haven't seen it. Just overall, it's just not my favorite. It's just fine. It's whatever. Give me that Dark Dominion. I want to use the ultimate, but I better not. Wham. How's this gonna look? Have we even popped? Yeah, I was about to say, have we even popped passive on Tristan? Okay. Disabled. Could deal some good damage here. Oof. I didn't remember. I was like, I don't remember if that's a full heal or not, but. Nice, nice. Gotta go AoE. I don't remember if he still has damage cap, which is the only reason I'm doing it like this. Okay, we popped the 1 damage and did have a damage cap. Okay, this should kill. Blah, 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 blah. Kind of annoying. I'm almost debating on whether or not it would be worth it to swap the Tarmiel link over to Gawain instead, but I feel like Percival could die pretty easily. I mean, he doesn't have a res and everything. She does not have a res. The other, like, Tristan and Percival both have a res, so it may be more worth it to run the Tarmiel link on her. Not 100% on that, though. I mean, couldn't be a terrible idea, but if we were running to the situation where Percival was dying a lot, I would definitely want to swap it back over. I'm gonna set up the team again, but with Tiore in the back line for the geared PvP showcase, and then I'm just gonna hop straight into that. So I'll put this one out tonight, I'll put that one out tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know, honestly, pretty cool so far. I am actually genuinely surprised that this one character, which I know that they did a little bit of tweaking to the 4 Knights characters with this update as well, which was probably necessary. They probably did a lot of testing to be like, oh, hey, like, can the 4 Knights team even survive right now? So, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Sorry the intro was so long. I'm sure a lot of you skipped that, but I don't blame you at all. So either way, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Gawain Festival. I'm actually looking forward to part 2. 2 LRs and a new Holy Relic could be fun. And then obviously a new character as well. So we'll see how it goes. Either way, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.